Over to the left-hand side, Solis hugging the touchline, gets that ball into the middle, it's played into Havertz, decent touch by Thomas, nice tackle. Guess what? Yes, that's right, another corner kick. Solis on this left-hand side, super dangerous, bursting forward, sees the run by Havertz, Havertz gives the finger, and then Thomas just drifts across and gets that ball out from underneath Havertz to safety behind the goal. Another corner kick here. Gabriel, Calafiore, Havertz, White, Mosquera, all lingering at the back post. This looks like it's a pre-rehearsed coordination. Declan Rice to take the corner kick. He's whipped it in. Decent punch by Rushworth. It's up into the air. Needs a second touch. Goalless from distance. There's a good save by the goalkeeper. He spills it. It's cleared by, yes, Thomas once again. He's been a rock in the middle there, but Rushworth, that's through a crowd. Solis got plenty of power on that ball. Rice whips it in. It's blocked. I think that's by man who's just come on even. So Top doing his business there. A decent save by Rushworth. That's through a crowd of players by Solis, and he got plenty of power on the ball. I think it's a half volley as it kind of headed away straight at him, though he got down there quickly. I think he could have recovered the ball as well, but the Coventry defender was there to help him out. Didn't need it in the end, but that's okay. Safety first. I mentioned him at the beginning, Stevo Grizovic, the goalkeeper. He is in attendance here, commentating on the mic for, I guess, Coventry radio or something, but he is in the stadium. I mentioned at the beginning, always fascinates me, his cool name. Grizovic just rolls off the tongue. Declan Rice's pass has been cut out. Driving forward with absolute pace, Van Avik threaded that ball through. It might find Torp, it doesn't find Torp, but it does find Onyeka. Onyeka's whipped this over to the far left-hand side. Bearing down on goal, Thomas Asante. Thomas Asante switches one way, switches the other. Playing up against Saka there. To Silva in support, whips it towards the back post. Cleared by Calafiore. Calafiore does not get it very far away there. Thomas from distance, he struck it. Ooh, that's scuffed. That's a super scuffed strike. It's gone straight out. Referee's given a goal kick. Referee's given a goal kick. Everyone's protesting with him. He's saying it's a corner kick. They're asking if they can do the listening of the ball. But Thomas with the strike, he did scuff the shot, though. It was an awful strike. Just through the legs of Mosquera. They're saying it was a touch from Mosquera, but it's such a bad strike. It doesn't deserve a corner kick, to be perfectly honest, so they shouldn't be protesting too much. A couple of changes coming up for Arsenal. It's Zubimendi and it's Madueke who are coming on. Declan Rice will finally be taking the break. Guess he needs it. He's had plenty of... You're going to want to pace him out, actually, for the rest of the season. You want him to be playing every 90 minutes in games where you're 3-0 up. And it's Saka who's coming on as well. So Madueke for Saka, Zubimendi straight in for Declan Rice, like for like. No real questions of a change of shape here. Just over 25 minutes on the clock, including stoppage time. Raya, the launch ball up the pitch, trying to pick out Madueke who's just come on. Havertz gets to the loose ball, passes it back to Zubimendi. Zubimendi's launched it over the top towards Madueke. Madueke's bearing down on goal. Cut out by Thomas. Sliding out for a throw-in on that far right-hand side for Arsenal, in line with the 18-yard box. Ball is in the hands of Ben White at the moment. Taking the time over this throw-in. Tell him to hurry up. The referee's doing his countdown there. Madueke stumbles his way into the penalty area of Coventry, but pushed back again in the end, does a big U-turn. Ben White on the ball. Miles Lewis-Skelly picks up the ball on the edge, no one near him. Over it comes to Calafiore on this left-hand side. Solis desperately tries to get out to the left-hand side to support him. Zubimendi inside though. Miles Lewis-Skelly with a different central midfield partner now. That's how he links up with Zubimendi. Zubimendi links up nicely with Solis. Solis on this left-hand side. Cuts inside once again, finds Gabriel. Gabriel to Miles Lewis-Skelly, takes a touch. Under pressure, two Coventry players closing him down there. Gabriel with a very heavy touch. Loses the ball. Charlemagne That's not Chaumeni, Chauma. Gabriel concedes the free kick in the end, a bit too much pulling on Chauna's back. 2 substitutions coming up for Coventry. We're going to see Awaniyi, former Nottingham Forest man, straight on for Sims. Sims was very, very impressive in spells, lapse of concentration places, but looks like he could have a big role to play here today. And Rudoni coming on for Thomas Asante. So let's see how they can play into this. The Englishman, Rudoni, been a this is his 3rd season with him now, but 7 goals last year and 10 goals the year before, so he does have goals in him from the midfield position. Let's see if he can get any today, because his first spell in the Premier League, driving forward. Awaniyi's gone down, holding his face after a tussle there with Mosquera. The referee's allowing play to run, but head injuries are usually a contentious topic where they pull up quickly, but Awaniyi's gone down. Madueke, meanwhile, playing on, play towards the back post. It's going to go straight out for a goal kick. Not the best of crosses. Madueke telling the boys to get towards the back post, but yeah, that's a poor cross, to be fair. Let's see if Arsenal can repeat their 4-0 victory. This time they played against Coventry, which came in the FA Cup back in 2014, as I said earlier. But let's see. Coventry have shown glimpses of what they did do in the Championship last season. They finished the season with 96 goals or something ridiculous and only conceded 45, 46, I think it was, in 46 games. So 2-1 is the average scoreline for them. They did have goals in the bag. A very good count for themselves. No one was expecting it, really. I think many people had Coventry down as favourites to win the Championship last year, but my gosh, did they. Arsenal with the ball at their feet, all the way back to David Raya it goes. Trying to pull the Coventry attackers further upfield, make some space for the Arsenal midfielders. Does it well. Havertz nearly caught late there by Torp. Does well though, gets that ball away. Zubimendi in towards Ødegaard. Ødegaard into Mosquera. Mosquera to Miles Lewis-Skelly. Still in their own half. Calafiore might bring it into Coventry's half though. Back he goes. Miles Lewis-Skelly, he's gone down. No, Miles Lewis-Skelly hasn't gone down. Torp's gone down under the challenge. Tried to get the ball off Miles Lewis-Skelly, did not. Madueke onto the edge of the penalty area. Tees up for Ødegaard. Ødegaard strikes the ball. It's headed away by Thomas. Once again, Thomas has been a rock back there today. Mosquera straight in there, not giving Awaniyi any chance of getting on into that loose ball. Ødegaard to Solis. Solis onto the edge of the penalty area of Coventry City. Into the feet of Miles Lewis-Skelly. Threads it through to Calafiore towards the 6-yard box. There we go. Well anticipated by Rushworth, and Rushworth smothers that ball. Decent through ball for Calafiore. Zubimendi into Miles Lewis-Skelly. Quick, just a little 1-2. Just passed that ball through. Took a second. Threaded that ball through the legs of Torp, I think it was. Just a bit too much on the ball. Plenty of space there. Great vision by Miles Lewis-Skelly. Unable to find his teammate on the other end though. Rushworth, quick alert. Thomas to Rushworth. Just on the end of his own 18-yard box, so plenty to do. Long ball forward. Rushworth has launched this up the pitch. Over Solis, it's gone, but he gets enough on the ball. He swung it on the full volley. Don't think he really needs to do that, and he's sliced it out for a throw-in. I think it's on the side of Van Avik as well. He's got a long throw on him, so they're going to get as many players in the box as possible. This is going to get launched straight into the penalty area. Van Avik. Here it is, into the area it goes. Over the head of everybody. It's cleared. I think he's waiting for it to go back out for another throw. Solis is trying to prevent that from happening, but Van Avik just uses his body to keep Solis out of the way. Van Avik trying to dry the ball a little bit to get some purchase on it. He does drop it immediately onto the turf afterwards by accident, but in it goes once again. Launched into the middle. Cleared first time again. Not quite got to pace on the ball. He just kind of slowly finds his way into the penalty area. You see some long throws these days, and they're like an absolute rocket. Ball play back towards Raya. Raya had to react to that one. That was a big question upon him, but Coventry City were closing him down. Aminda overcomes to this far right side is Onyeka. Seems to be playing as 3 centre-backs at the moment with 5 midfielders. Bit of a change in shape for Coventry. Grimes. Aminda into the feet of Torp. Twisting and turning. Grimes. Just being pushed back into their own half now, Coventry, all the way back to Rushworth they go. Couple more changes coming for Arsenal by the looks of it. Thomas into the feet. Ooh, was a very wild challenge there by Miles Lewis-Skelly, and then a trip there by Gabriel. 2 Coventry players on the pitch just now. Joanna, I think it's Onyeka. Onyeka was the first hit, the biggest one by it was now Miles Lewis-Skelly. Merino, World Cup winner. Eze being lined up here. Montfort Solis and Odegaard. So there we go. We have very talented players coming on for Arsenal. Most of them in World Cup action, of course. Merino and Zubimendi, World Cup champions. Eze and Madueke, plenty of game time with World Cup for England. Coming on for obviously some other international stars too. That's the squad depth right now. That's what we're dealing with, Coventry. Great options on the bench. Whether we'll see another change for Arsenal, probably Dauman, maybe Nwaneri. Coventry coming forward. Ball's dinged over the top. Ooh, a bit too much on that one. Awani could not get into that one. Let's see if Coventry can get something here. Just take a consolation goal would be nice for them. Something to build on. Went to the Emirates, reigning Premier League champions, and got a goal away. Something to take solace in, take some comfort. The upcoming games, they do have obviously plenty of games coming up, right? Can't put all on this one game. Up next, they play in the cup against Plymouth even, but then they play against fellow promoted team, Hull City, in Coventry though. So that's their next game before they then have the momentous task. The away draws were not kind to them. They were away to Manchester City on the 5th of September. So get the big ones out the way. Coventry do clear their lines there. Amoni wins that ball, holds it up nicely. Torp driving forward there. Loses the ball on the far side. Madueke picks it up, drives forward. Quick 1-2 with Havertz. Madueke turns on the corner. Merino into the penalty area. Tries to just place that to the far corner. Doesn't do a very good job of it, to be honest. It's cleared by Coventry. Huge ball lumped up the pitch. Awani battling there with Mosquera. He comes away with the ball, to be honest. Awani does very well. Looking for some supports. Looking left, looking right. Torp comes and supports. Torp over towards Rudoni. Torp. Linking up nicely to Silva, joining the action now as well. Silva, Rudoni, Torp over on the far left-hand side. There were 4 Arsenal players there blocking them off. So they're going to try the right-hand side. Grimes out to Thomas. To Van Avik. Straight into the feet of Grimes. They're being pushed right back, though, all the way back to Rushworth. They were in line with the 18-yard box, but not brave enough or didn't want to risk just lumping the ball into the area. Just try and get on the end of something. Rushworth under some pressure there by Marino, I think it was, but it goes long. Finds the feet of his target, of Chouani. Said his name like 10 different ways today. I'll get the grips with it. Anyway, on the left-hand side, De Silva into the... Ooh, he's just missed him. He's trying to find Rudoni there. Does not find him. Goes out for a goal kick. Not enough spin on that ball, or definitely not enough direction. Asking too much of Rudoni there. And I see a retro Coventry City shirt in the crowd there, probably from Reminds me of when Bust was playing. The guy who, with a meme and a legend in Premier League football. Obviously that challenge which broke his leg in 2 different places, unfortunately. With that kit. Zubimendi in the middle of the pitch, battling with Torp. Comes away with the ball though, back to Gabriel it goes. Gabriel out to Mosquera. Mosquera back to Raya. Raya takes it short. Mosquera still in their own penalty area here. Arsenal quite comfortably passing the ball around. Finds the ball to feet of Merino in the middle of the pitch. There's a big wheeling turn. Now lays it onto Calafiore. Into Coventry's half we go. Eze on his left hand side. Tries to cut inside. Lucky that it breaks to Merino. Merino picks up the loose ball. Nice Cruyff turn there. Miles Lewis-Skelly. Eze. Eze out to Ben White on the far right hand side. Trying to stretch the play a bit more now from left to right and right to left of Arsenal. And just spray the ball from side to side with relative ease. Miles Lewis-Skelly to Ben White to Madueke. A couple of touches for him. They're lining up on the edge of the 18-yard box here are Arsenal. Zubimendi whips in back post. It's cleared with a head. I think it's Amenda there. Calafiore just pushes into the back of Van Avik. Didn't really go for the ball at all there, as he was trying to let that ball out for a throw-in. Calafiore's got a long throw on him, if I remember correctly. Could be a case that he's going off though before he gets to throw it. Hincapié coming on. Calafiore is already off the pitch for the throw. Just trudges away along to the bench. Hincapié, the Ecuadorian, finds the way onto the pitch. Direct swap. That's all 5 for Arsenal. It's all 5 World Cup players who have come on. Calafiore straight into the action though with a throw. Finds Gabriel, finds Miles Lewis-Skelly. It's all 5 changes for Arsenal now. With 10 minutes left to play. Potentially some stoppage time as well, with the subs at least. Marino, no injury stoppages so far, thank goodness. Madueke, ball on the ball strike from distance. Gabriel strikes over the crossbar, goes good 20-25 yards out there. No real danger to the goalkeeper. And a few strikes from distance, not just from Gabriel, but I think Rice had a couple in the first half as well. Substitution here for Coventry, and it is for Heimer, the Dutchman. Gustavo Heimer just returned to the club after 3 seasons away. Joined Sheffield United in the Premier League. Went down with them, the relegated. Scored 10 goals in the Championship first time, and then 5 goals, 12 assists last year before Coventry have snapped him back up. So I'm sure he'll be glad to be back. Got a hero's welcome. 7 million signing after he was signed from Coventry. Nice 10 million profit there. He's a very good player. Make things happen at least. Here he is. Maybe first touch for him. Gets that ball down. Needs to find someone to work with here. Tries to play it off Ben White. Doesn't quite get the angles right. Playing around here now. Arsenal very comfortable in possession. Miles Lewis-Skelly under immediate pressure by Awaniyi. Does well to just coast away from them. Finds Eze. Eze twists and turns. Very calm done. Referee pulls it back though. There were nips at the heels. Onyeka, the guilty party there, I think. Has a word in Eze's ear. Nothing too malicious. It's just a friendly. Get on your feet, fella. Zubimendi in the middle of the pitch here in Coventry's half. Just little 1-2s with Miles Lewis-Skelly. They're just looking to keep Coventry on the back foot here, not give them a sniff. They're happy with 3-0. Good day's work, first game of the season. If they get a 4th, so be it. I don't think they get pressed too hard. Ball threaded through from deep. Rushworth comes out, claims the ball. I know he's conceded 3 goals, but he's not been too shabby in all. He's not had too many saves to really make either. Made a few though. He's cleared the lines quite nicely. Quick off his line and alert to clear the danger for his defenders. A couple of big punches from corner kicks too. Zubimendi twists and turns on that loose ball. Finds Madueke on the right-hand side. Madueke on the edge of the 18-yard box now, finds his way in, drifting in, still taking a touch too many. Ball is launched up towards Awani. He's going to get that ball first. He's up against Mosquera on that far left-hand side. He's bearing down towards goal, towards the 18-yard box, and he's twisting and turning completely on his own. Tons of red shirts around him, but completely on his own. The Coventry players have caught up with him now. He did well to keep the ball. Top into the feet of Hamer. Rudoni out towards De Silva. De Silva's way further forward than it was 10 seconds ago. Did very well to get up there. Rudoni tries to win that ball. Does well to win that ball. It's Grimes in the centre there. Need to find an angle. It's just a creative spark missing. They've got the ball on the edge of the area. No one's really willing to pass or shoot or try and make an incisive pass. Thread that ball through top. Cut out there by Gabriel. It's a bit too easy for them, really. No real challenge. Arsenal's defence not being tested today. Very pedestrian for them. Just keeping the discipline, keeping the shape. It's a decent cross into the area, and it was Rudoni. Got his head on it. It's on the penalty spot. Decent header. Straight to David Raya, and Raya just takes that to his chest comfortably, but top onto Rudoni. Rudoni rose to meet the ball. Headed straight down into the turf as he should do. He's leaning backwards off his forehead. Didn't get much power on the ball at all, or direction. Just got something on the ball, and into the hands of David Raya it goes. Looks like he got a hit afterwards, a bit of whiplash perhaps. Hope he's okay. He's up on his feet. That's the main thing. Rudoni, decent effort, in the right place. Unable to get enough power or direction on that. But that's the first effort on target today. So something to build on at least. Maybe they have made a good account of themselves. It's not been a complete walkover for Arsenal. Fair enough, it has been fairly comprehensive from Arsenal. It's not, I mean, a total walkover, that's for sure. On this left-hand side, Hincapié into Gabriel. Miles Lewis Skelly on the ball. Bit of a trip there as he passed that ball away, but kept the ball nevertheless. Frustrated figures, he's talked to the referee there. Play the ball. Play to the whistle, keep the ball, let's go. On the right-hand side, Ben White. Ben White into the feet of Madueke. Madueke back on the ball again. Tries to play it out towards Ben White. Not enough on the ball in the end. He's given the ball away cheaply a few times today so far. He's only been on the pitch for 5-10 minutes, Madueke. I think he's given the ball away more than anybody else so far. On the left-hand side, Hincapié towards Havertz. Havertz into Zubimendi. Zubimendi to Merino. Merino dinks over the top towards Eze. Eze shouldn't have been about. Needs to control that first time, I'm afraid. Ball skips away from him and out for a goal kick. Coventry with the goal kick, Rushworth. Out it goes to Eze. Under challenge there. Ball won fairly though, apparently. Rudoni. Thomas. Rudoni's for the option out on the right hand side. Gets the ball. A couple of step overs. Pushed backwards anyway by Eze. All the way over towards Rushworth it goes. And Yeka. That's Arteta on the touchline, just trying to tell his players to calm down. Don't need to run around like crazy people. To which Miles Lewis Skelly makes a lung-busting crossfield run to close down. No end needed. But there we are. That's youthful enthusiasm for you. Threaded ball through towards... Oh, he's been tripped on that far left-hand side. It might be a free kick here. I think that was Awani who was driving through. He made some spacing behind. He's been tripped off the ball. I think that was Mosquera, I think it was. Mosquera's got his ankles tied up, put his arm across him. He saw the run coming through, just put his arm across him to slow him down a bit, and as he's done so, he's clipped his heel, and tripped him. So it's a free kick to Coventry in a dangerous position with just over a minute on the clock. Let's see if they can get something here, some sort of consolation, something to shout about on the bus home. Arsenal lining up in a straight line just inside their own 18-yard box. Plenty of deliberation going on as to who's taking this. Looks like it's Thomas standing over the ball. No, Thomas is standing in the penalty area, sorry. Looks like it's Torp standing over the ball. Decent crossing towards the back post, but it's too far. David Raya came to do something, but in the end deciding there's too much on it. Evaded everybody, but it's Onyeka at the back post. Onyeka unable to get me in either, so too much on it. Unluckily, the case, but sometimes you need to have enough pace on the ball, so you need to evade the first line of defenders. It's a very, very fine art. David Raya with a long ball up the pitch, trying to pick out Havertz. Havertz with the flick on, trying to find Madueke. Madueke's run infield, but the ball has gone outfield. Linda brings it up towards Rudoni. Rudoni finds Hamer. Hamer cannons it even from Arsenal midfielder. Ball is bouncing around. Oh, it's a nice little flick through the legs of the defender by Havertz. Havertz has defeated Madueke. Madueke into Merino. Merino with a strike from distance is saved by Rushworth. Merino just does everything in slow motion there and just takes the ball down, controls it, gets it out from underneath his feet with a nice little touch. Defender's falling on the floor, steadies himself to strike into the bottom corner. Everything just looked to be in slow motion, complete control by Mikel Merino. The goalkeeper reading that perfectly well and keeping it out. Didn't claim it first time, was able to pick the ball second time. Rudoni dinks it over the top. Seems to have found some space and behind for I think it's Onyeka on the right hand side. Yep. Back into Rudoni. Rudoni threaded that ball through. Awani trying to get he's just gonna have for a goal kick. That was unlucky. On the right hand side, looks like it is. And Avik was asking why the ball didn't find its way out to him, but there was a run in the penalty area. Had to try and go for it. It's quite late. It's late on in the game. You need to try and pose some questions to the Arsenal defence to get something from this. But Frank Lampard won't be too disheartened by this. Obviously, it's a 3-0 defeat away to Arsenal. He's probably not used to that from his Chelsea playing days. He'll probably tell me that he lost 3-0 as a Chelsea player to Arsenal all the time. I can tell you to be fair. But he did win a lot of games as well. But it's going to be a long season, but it's good to get this one out of the way. Plenty to learn from it. They have a good account for themselves. Decent spells of play at times as well. Let's see if they can build on this, because good signs to take. Da Silva into the feet, nice and quick. Ball's taken away. Free kick. Havertz quick to apologise there. Pick his opposition player up. Ball's free kick is taken quickly back to Rushworth. It goes. Last 2 minutes on the clock. Big long ball up top. Just heard there, this is going to be Arteta's 150th Premier League win, which is a pretty decent statistic. He's not managed too many games. Not been too many more than 150, to be fair. I said he's got a 100% win record, but he's been a manager for a few years now. He's been appointed at Arsenal from Manchester City as Guardiola's understudy. Ben White, far side, Zubimendi. Zubimendi linking back up nicely with Ben White on the far right hand side. Just playing with it quite casually over on that side, just killing the clock. Bit of game management here. Linked out to the left hand side now, Hincapié. Hincapié with Havertz overlapping. Hincapié in towards Miles with Skelly. Skelly, plenty of time and space on the ball here. Centre of the pitch. Plays it safe. Provides an option again for the return. Last 30 seconds of this. Gabriel from distance in towards Hincapié. Hincapié takes a touch, goes towards the byline. It's cut out though. Might be kept in play by Andone. Yep, it's done with Rudoni. It's defeated Winnie. He tried to find Rudoni, couldn't find him. Eze driving through the back of Havertz. I think it's a free kick from 30 yards out. Might be the last kick of the game here. Free kick to Arsenal. Good 30 yards out. Very central as well. Here's Amenda who gave the free kick away. He had to and to be quick to act upon it. Let's see what Arsenal do with this free kick, because it's very central, but they can get plenty of players forward, or even strike from distance. They have got players on the pitch who like to strike the ball from distance. It seems like Eze is standing over the ball just now. Coventry players in deliberation about how to defend this one. Lucha and Eze struck it, but yeah, that wasn't really worth striking. That's it. Game is over. It's a decent result for Coventry. Not too many blushes here, but decent result for Arsenal as well. 3-0 here on the day, to a quick start with Havertz getting on the score sheet in the first half alongside Saka. Then very, very quick start to the second half with Odegaard bundling the goal into a relatively empty net. Coventry can build on this though. Not too many, didn't take too much for battering. There were spells where they made some chances. They got one on target in the end, but they will be able to see how they can grow into the Premier League. It's a long old season. Arsenal bringing on 5 World Cup internationals, of course, just shows the breadth and depth of their squad. And they will be a huge contender for the Premier League again this season. Big round of fixtures coming up. First round of the Premier League this season, this weekend, so tune in. We'll be showing, listening as we go.
Hmm. Ati?